G'day, Spartan Willie here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod save. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix back-to-back with Hungaroring last time out. Hopefully we get a good result. But first of all, let's jump into our comments. Alright, so our first comment here is from Joey the Flying Finn. I love that name, by the way. It says, "Hi, just popped in. This is one of my favorite series. I hope you keep growing to be great." Thank you so much for this comment. These little comments mean so much to me. Just people saying, love the series, keep up the good work. It's a real good motivator, encouragement. So thanks so much for that one, Joey. Next up, I've got William Hughes. He says, "Oof, 7th and 8th good, but not the best. Love the series. And some reason my manager, I was on F1 Manager mod, but it switched to Fire Fantasy randomly. The only thing I can really think of is if he started a Fire Fantasy save file while he was still playing F1 Manager 1. To actually install this mod fully, you have to replace game files, and those game files are universal for all your saves. So that would be the reason why. If you haven't done that, then that is really bizarre, and it's probably impossible. But yeah, I'd say that is most likely the cause. So I'd recommend just playing one of those saves at a time. So when you're done with F1 Manager mod, switch over to Fire Fantasy. You can't really play two side by side unless you're going to be replacing game files every 2 seconds. So, but yeah, let me know. I did reply to your comment. William Player said, "How you're so good at this game. The AI are so much quicker than me after season 1. Play on 0, normal. Any tips?" Now, first of all, thank you. I don't think I'm that good at this game. I'm alright. I think I just know the ins and outs of it. I've played it for 300 hours, so I've got a couple tips, but I'm still learning things every day from you guys. I'm going to make a tip video with all the little tips and tricks I picked up throughout my hours on Motorsport Manager. And even on the tip videos I do make, I still get people commenting better things, like last time on the setup video. Go check that one out. Yeah, thanks so much for your comment, Will Plays. I've tried to give you some tips in the reply, and I'll be making a video in the next couple days, hopefully, regarding tips. Next up, we have Useful Toast, who says, "Gonna be toasty to win a race. Try putting Daniel and Lando on a barbecue." That is a decent suggestion. If they crash out again, maybe we'll look at doing that. I'll have a word for him. But yeah, thanks for your comment, Useful Toast. And to finish off is with Zach K with another awesome country comment. He's now said Hungary. So it's my job to try and remember what all these countries are. I feel like it's China, Australia, USA, Hungary. Let's see how long I can remember. So this is a late entry for this episode, but I was editing this video and this comment was made. It says, "Hey, nice to come back and see a McLaren crew mode. Tommy Page is back." He used to comment on some other videos. We've had a couple chats on the Discord server, so welcome back, Tommy. I hope you enjoyed the series. So that is all our comments from the last episode. So make sure if you want to be featured in the video to leave a comment, and also consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Alright, so let's get into it here, and we only got 3 days, so it's not really much we can do, but we'll improve some parts. Anything new we can really do. We can work on the suspension a little bit, but we'd rather work on maybe the front wing, because I think we're still quite behind in that area. Actually, they both are sort of failures in our car at the moment. Choosing a vote. Now, do we choose a vote? Okay, so I have the ability to choose a vote here for $1 million, and seeing as we have 150 million, I guess we'll choose a vote. Let's go advanced ERS. If we do a second season in this save, I don't know if it'll be for McLaren at this rate, we could get fired, but yeah, I think advanced ERS would be cool, so I'm going to just suggest that. I think it should get voted through, but only $1 million. Like I said, we got plenty of money. But yeah, in 3 days goes by very quick in this game, so I'll do practice Q1, Q2, I'll see if Q3. Alright, Q3 time. We cut it quite fine in qualifying 2, if I'm being honest. Norris just scraped through because it was raining pretty much the entire session, and then it stopped raining right at the end, so Norris went through in 10th. But we're through nonetheless. Norris seems to have more pace after I just said he almost went out, but in Q1 he was in 3rd on worn tyres, so he looks like he's got a bit more pace than Ricciardo this weekend, which makes sense because we have given him the better parts in. I mean, there's not really that big of a difference between our parts anyway, but quite a long lap here at Spa regardless. So we're going to go out for 2 runs here, and we'll go right to the end so there's more track grip. Send him out about the 2:45. We'll send out Norris first this time. Addy Bops, and wait for him to reach into the pit lane, and now send out Daniel Ricciardo. Again, setups are both at 98%, so not really much more we can do on that front. But here we go, 6th and 7th, not too bad. We'll take that. Of course, with no Bottas. Did I mention that? Bottas went out in Q2. So 6th and 7th, not too bad. It's a bit Shane 2 behind an AlphaTauri. I don't know how Gasly's got so much pace, but Hopefully we can get him in the race early doors to see that race day here, and that is quite the picture. That looks so cool, doesn't it? The pit lane there. Spa is a nice looking track in this game and in real life, of course. But here we go. Empty slot. Oh, there's going to be rain at the start of this race, or is that because of Q2? I think it's more because of Q2. Yeah. Oh no, there will be rain towards the end of it. But anyway, we got through on softs for no reason, but that's fine. We can go on a fresh set of softs. And now, yeah, we should be able to, if we go easy on these tires, we could go straight to the wet period, which could be a challenge, but we're not going on the mediums, so we're going out in softs, and we just won't push these tires that hard. I think that is the go. We're going to go there, and then we're going to keep it on neutral to facilitate what I just said. So start race, use more fuel in the early parts of the race, though, to make up for that. Here we go, Lando Norris. Can we jump Gasly? He's also on the softs. He's one with us. And for some reason, Perez is on a worn set of super softs, even though he can choose any tyre. Maybe Red Bull didn't allocate enough tyres, and Max Verstappen's in the same boat, so they've gone with not a lot of sets of super softs, I don't think. Ricciardo's overtaken Norris at the jump here. I'm too busy talking about tyres, but oh, and Gasly's still in fourth. We're going to tell him to go and overtake because we could have a chance here. And Gasly's actually going to send it on the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Where is this pace come from the AlphaTauri? Good on him though. As Norris we'll give him overtake too. Give him a chance getting past Daniel Ricciardo here. And Ricciardo had a little bit of a look down the inside, not quite there though. Norris will overtake him. Hopefully Alonso doesn't get any ideas. No, he's getting ideas. Now our boys are starting to squabble. Come on guys, sort it out. Whoever's in front's in front. As just whoever's got the inside of the corner at the moment is going into 5th place. But it's going to be very interesting to see here. And the AlphaTauri has fallen back a bit. We're losing the leaders. That's fine. Not really our fight, but let's go. Oh, okay. The car just lifted a bit, but let's go forward a little bit. Use a bit of fuel. Remember, look after these tyres so we can get them to the wet period of this race. And Norris has dropped back to 11th. So hopefully he hasn't damaged his car. I don't know how on earth he's done that. I think he's gone wide somewhere or something, which is strange because they're not even attacking on the style. So anyway, we'll get into the swing of this race. Ricciardo's doing decent. Says he can't get past the AlphaTauri, but he's not within like a football field of them. Let's go conserve on the tyres just to really hammer home the point that we're trying to make them last. So how long have they got? 7 laps in, 37. Yeah, they should make it easily. So let's keep going here. We can always push towards the end of their stint, just so we don't have to stop again. Let's go on neutral now, because we are starting to lose the AlphaTauri a little bit. Smash through this beginning part of the race. Hopefully, they go into another set of super softs, the leaders, and have to pit twice in dry time. It will really help our race. As Gasly, we're managing the tyres about the same as Gasly, I believe. 65 compared to 61. Yeah, just that little conserve period. It's all that separates us. And this race is already almost halfway done. I feel like we've just begun. But Norris made his way up from 11th. Leclerc's dropped right down the order. I don't know what he's done. He hasn't even pitted. He's pitting this lap. Maybe those tyres are just dead or he's gone off the track somewhere. But quite an interesting race. Bottas hasn't quite recovered. I mean, he has pitted. So that is probably a major factor. Everyone around us is pitted, so it's a bit concerning. But of course, we're not actually going to pit again, so it doesn't even matter. We're not pitting until everyone else has to pit in the wet time. So again, doesn't matter, I suppose. We're going to keep going here. 20 laps. Wet period's coming up. And the tyres should easily make it, which is exactly what we want to see. So I've got a boring race so far. Hopefully someone crashes out, brings out a safety car. Hopefully it's not Ricciardo or Norris for that matter, but Ricciardo has crashed out once this season. And it looks like it could be a reality here that they might have to pit again right before the rain starts. So quite an oopsie from them if that's the case. But we're going to go and conserve here to really look after these tyres. And we might be in the same boat, to be honest. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to get these tyres. We might lose a little bit of time, but we're saving fuel, looking after our tyres. Gasly's on them early. We might have to jump onto pretty quickly. Let's do that. Jump on the inters early doors here because these tyres have pretty much given it the roll. So intermediates, and hopefully we can start making our way up through the fields. There's not really much fuel. We're in a good spot here in 4th and 6th. Gasly is probably going to overtake us while we're pinning, but he's been running an awesome weekend so far. So in they come. Ricciardo gets an easy stop, clean stop, 2.7 seconds, not too bad. I didn't even look at the pit crew, I completely forgot. But we're on overtake mode. We're going to jump on board with Ricciardo, and Perez ahead still has to stop. Behind, we still got to stop with Alonso and Bottas. Gasly's only a second down the road, so let's ride on board here for a bit. Hopefully he can make some gains. We don't need to conserve in these tyres anymore. We've got heaps of tyre wear now. Let's push a bit, try and make up some ground. Bottas pits, Ricciardo's back in 5th. Hopefully he can get Actually, Verstappen's not far up the road from Gasly. Will we be able to get Verstappen? Probably not, but let's work on Gasly first. Perez is pitted, and he didn't come out very far behind Ricciardo. And in fact, he's past Ricciardo. So let's get a 12 Perez and catch Gasly, I reckon. That's the next play. Let's zoom forward a little bit. We're using a lot of fuel and not really seeing much of a improvement, but there is a bit of a train forming here. Norris still in well down in 7th. Hopefully he can stay in front of Alonso. We'll tell him to start looking after his fuel a little bit, because if Alonso comes at him, he might need a bit of fuel to defend. Same with Ricciardo regarding attacking, and he's actually side by side with Perez. He was. The gap is nothing. So come on. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out in the closing stages of this Grand Prix with Ricciardo, Perez, and Gasly. I thought someone crashed out. No, it's all good. Tyres, we can attack on them now with 5 laps to go. I think we can pretty much kill these tyres. Hopefully it doesn't crash pushing so hard on cold tyres, but... Oh, and I thought the ram was getting heavier there, but that's alright. It's not. Inches are still fine. I wish it would be cool if the rain forecast sort of changed as the race went on. But anyway, hopefully that's in the new F1 Manager game that we had a look on stream. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's being released next year apparently, so I'm very keen for that. Anyway, back to the race here. Gasly's finally been overtaken by Perez. He put up a good fight though, to be fair to him, and now hopefully Ricciardo can follow fashion and overtake Gasly. Not looking great though. We're pushing too hard on these tyres, they say. Just pushing them. Don't attack on them. That should help them out. I mean, there's 3 laps to go. You can pretty much just destroy these tyres. So go forward a little bit, and we're just sort of staying behind Gasly, not looking to make a move. I don't want to miss the overtake, but I'd rather miss it and it actually happen. But it's final lap now. Come on. Give it your all, Ricciardo. Give it your absolute all. Norris behind. Hopefully we don't really want him interfering too much with this, because I don't think he'll get past Gasly if it's the final lap. So hopefully Ricciardo can get past him. But coming up to the final straight here. No, actually we've got one more lap. One more lap. Give Norris a bit of pushing. Come on. License to push for Norris. And now Ricciardo looking to go down the right of Gasly. Going to pull away a little bit. Yeah, I know. I'm watching on that you're struggling. This is where we need the advanced ERS. Haas gets overtaken. No, get out of it, Mazepin. We lose a bit of time through the corner because Mazepin dives bomb Ricciardo around the outside for no reason other than to unlap himself in the final lap. But here we go. Ricciardo. Come on, mate. Find it. Find it. Lewis Hamilton runs out of fuel on the line. Won't matter if he finishes the race. But Bottas in 9th down there. So that Merc's struggling. Struggled all weekend, really. We're going to give Ricciardo one last overtake mode. Norris is going to come and try and challenge Ricciardo's 6th. Please don't, mate. Come on, we're trying to get past Gasly here. But I don't think it's going to happen for us. Coming up to the final straight, it won't. Gasly, what a weekend for him. Decent result for us. I would have been much happier if we got past the AlphaTauri, but what do you do? Ricciardo gave it his all. Norris gave it his all as well, obviously, but I love that. I love that slope. It's so cool. There you go. That is the Grand Prix all finished up. 49 laps. The Spa-Francorchamps went past very quickly as we see Hamilton just coast to the pits because he's run out of fuel. That's hilarious. Anyone cheating? No, no one cheating. Hamilton gets fastest lap as well. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see what Zak Brown thinks of that result. Here we go. What is he going to think? 49% chairman happiness. That isn't great. We are literally, our races could be numbered here at McLaren. Now, I could go ahead and cheat it. But what do you think? Should we go ahead and edit it in the save game editor, or do we cop it and just accept that we failed this sort of challenge? I mean, I think we've done a lot better if we could keep improving the engine, but that's just my opinion. There's plenty of other jobs we can take. Interview with the race. Let's see what Ed Shaw has to say. Leclerc had a finish. Fantastic team. Give them a bit of not a McLaren boost, a marketing boost. Now pit crew review. That's fine. And now let us design a new part. So what part are we going to design here? We've got a decent suspension now against the engine, but we can't physically build. Oh, we can. I'm qualifying. That's fine. I'm not wasting all that time for a qualifying boost. What's the next worst part? Let's go rear wing and chuck it on that one. Build part, rear wing being built. Alright, so that'll be the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. It was quite a quick race, it felt like, but it was quite action-packed towards the end there, and at the start of the race, it was always good. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am. Hopefully we can see out the season. See you in the next one.